Serdar Atas, who is in Doha. He is a senior fellow at TRT World Research Centre. Good to have you with us. So why is this happening now?
Well, it is quite closely related to the change in the U.S. administration. I think so, based on the Riyadh's calculations, that from now on, the administration in Washington is not going to give Riyadh a free pass to do whatever it wants to do in the region. So by Biden coming to the power and creating its own administration, I think Biden is going to be much more critical toward Saudi Arabia's, particularly Mohammed bin Salman's reckless policies to the region. And just before that happens, Saudi Arabia wants to resolve this major issue in the region.
So how much of a breakthrough does this represent?
Well, it is quite a breakthrough just regarding that the crisis that started in 2017 simply put an end to a functioning GCC, and the divisions in the GCC radically turned GCC into an unfunctional organization. So from now on, I think we will see at a certain level that the GCC is going to be more functional, and one of the major disputes in the region is going to be resolved. But it is not going to be a kind of fresh spring day in the region in any way. We should bear in mind that even though this dispute is resolved from now on, but this peace is never going to get the countries back to the pre-2017. From now on, we are going to see the peace, but this peace is quite going to be a cold peace in a sense.
And what role did Washington have to play in all this?
Well, for Washington, I mean, for the calculations of based on the calculations of Trump administration, just before handover in power to the coming administration, they wanted to have another major success, so-called success in the region. That is one of the cases. On the other hand, I think for Saudi Arabia and Washington, they are trying to focus more and more on so-called Iranian threat. And to do that, they need to unify the GCC and somehow to overcome the disputes in the GCC that is simply making the region unfunctioned. I think for Trump's administration, that's quite important. And this is important for Israeli side as well. Just bear in mind that the close relationship between Jared Kushner and the Israeli administration, it will make much more sense to see the picture in a clearer way. For Washington, in particular for Trump administration and for Tel Aviv, the main focus should be on Iran, and to do that, they need to see a united GCC. But it does not mean that, by the way, Qatar is going to take such a hard position toward Iran. I think Qatar is going to still keep it with its I would say, pluralistic foreign policy in that sense. And what we can see, the blockading countries has very much kept their demands very much modest toward Qatar this time. Just remember that in 2017, there was a list of 13 items that have been implied over Qatar, including shutting down the Turkish military base in Doha, severe relations with Iran, and shutting down Al Jazeera news network, and on the other hand, giving a compensation to each blockading countries and so on. But for now, we see that they are coming with a very much modest expectation. The only demand that they are asking from Qatar to do is to withdraw its lawsuit that Qatar has initiated against the blockading countries, particularly related to the Qatar Airways losses.
Okay, Resul Serdar Atas in Doha, many thanks.